Hanover Square is a collection of shops and restaurants and an outdoor area for Syracuse residents to enjoy. But for one man, it was much more than that, as he lived here on the streets for 3 years.
We call it Hangover Square because we were all drinkers.
Steve Clemens came to Syracuse in 2011 from Oneida. He was married with 2 kids and had a successful carpentry business for 20 years. But after his parents died, he sustained an injury to his back and legs. He could no longer work and lost his house and his marriage.
Our family was very close, and when you lose that part of, that rock, it's just not the same. It's really hard to overcome. So as I was saying, I just started drinking heavily, and everything just started falling apart.
Steve first stayed with family and friends for a year until he felt he was overstaying his welcome. He came to Syracuse where it was more compact, less spread out, and he could more easily get around with his injury. He was doing as best he could until this past July when Steve hit rock bottom.
I consider this the bad spot for me. They're all bad, but this one especially was really bad.
Right in this area here.
Right here is where I slept, ate. This is where people would bring me food.
People like John Tomino, who runs a local faith-based nonprofit to help the homeless, called In My Father's Kitchen. He met Steve about 2 years ago on one of his regular runs to feed the homeless, people whom Tomino considers his friends.
We came up on Steve one day to give him lunch, and he was just laying there. He couldn't even walk. At that time, he was saying that he was in that position for 3 days.
Tomino called an ambulance to take Steve to the hospital, where he detoxed and rehabbed for 5 weeks. During his stay, Tomino made arrangements for Steve to find a place to call home upon his discharge. Steve has now been in public housing for 2 months.
So in My Father's Kitchen, for Steve and all the other friends that we help get connected, it's not just getting you indoors, it's staying with you to make sure that you stay successfully housed, or get you to where you need to be housed. And then once you're even housed, like now that Steve's at Hickory House, we still see him on a regular basis. He gives back and helps me. He goes out under the bridge with me. He helps me sort clothes. So it's him transforming and coming back to life, but also him giving back.
It's great to have somebody on my side. I never thought that would ever happen like that. It's very special. It's very special. He knows it too. It's very special to me. It really is.
He's one of your good friends.
He's my best friend. And I like calling him the man. I call him the man. He doesn't like that either, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's the man in my book.
Steve tells me it's all good things from here. He's sober, he's clean, and he's going to see his daughter and granddaughter in the coming weeks in South Carolina. Reporting live from Hanover Square, Molly Smith, NCC News.